To most of us, the communities of Oregon and Clark County, Washington appear to be ideal. We look around us and see natural beauty, livable neighborhoods, and friendly people. But for those among us without enough food, the perception of our community changes. Looking out through the eyes of hunger, the view of everyday beauty and promise fades into the darkness of need.
It's just the face of America, because economically, hardship can fall on anyone.
I would love to be able to feed my children 3 times a day and let them have snacks. Make sure my husband ate when he was at work.
Yes, many times there was not enough food for all, so the children ate and we went without food.
In every corner of our state, stories like these are becoming all too common. Oregon and Clark County, Washington's economy may rise and fall, but hunger continues to grow.
If you take a look back over the last decade or two, what you will see, though, is a significant decline in manufacturing jobs, which in the late 90s averaged about $42,000 a year. A lot of the new job growth has been in the service sectors, and in that category, the average wage is only $22,000 a year.
As real wages shrink, the everyday costs of housing, energy, transportation, and health care continue to rise. In Oregon City, Angela cares for her children and contributes to her family's income as a licensed in-home daycare provider.
My husband makes $1,800 a month and he's supporting 5 people. My rent's $900. That's half of his check right there. Then you add electricity on top of that, $150, you're up to $1,050. It just keeps going. By the time you get done paying all these things, I may have $50, $60 a month to spend on food. There's been times my husband and I both miss meals. My kids have missed lunch, I don't know how many times, because there wasn't enough food.
Don and George are pitching in at their local food bank in Clark County. They know firsthand the challenges seniors face trying to make it on a fixed income.
A lot of seniors, they can't live on their Social Security. Some people, they have $700 or $800 to pay for rent. Boy, that takes most of your income.
People retiring from another time, another era gone by, and they didn't do their 401ks and they didn't do this and that. They thought, the Social Security would be enough, so they need a hand up.
Leslie was expecting twins when her husband left the family. Now she works full-time and struggles to raise 4 children on her own.
Things got tough for me after my separation with my husband. I don't have any money left in my budget, just my income doesn't leave me any money to spend on food.
Struggling with high rent and low wages, Mario and Hortensia face tough choices about how to feed their family.
With the wages one makes, it doesn't reach. I need to work to feed my children. Without paying the bills, it's no electricity or homeless. I can't make ends meet on low wages. But that's why we keep working to struggle to get ahead, always trying to catch up.
At this church in Hillsboro, Edgar works to provide food to many people facing a wide range of difficult situations.
I see families, I see children, moms and dads that come. I see people here that have been working in a great job and then they lose that job and they never thought they were going to need the assistance of the food program, but here they are.
Economic conditions in Oregon and Clark County, Washington are causing an ever-growing number of citizens to accept the help of their neighbors. Often, those most in need are least able to help themselves.
We want our kids to be learning in school. We want healthy, thriving communities. And it's really hard to think about how everyone in the community can thrive if their very basic needs are not being met.
Daycare providers, like these at the Klamath Kids Center, see the tangible effects of hunger on the lives of children.
We've had several children in the past who didn't seem to function very well, were perhaps below developmental level, and simply introducing some food to them in the morning, even though they got here after breakfast, turned them completely around. It wasn't a developmental problem, it was a nutrition problem.
Nutritious meals at the daycare center give these children the energy they need to play and learn. Much of this food comes from the Klamath-Lake County's food bank. Part of the Oregon Food Bank Network, this facility provides emergency food for rural communities facing continual economic hardship.
Well, in Klamath and Lake counties, we see a lot of, 54% of those we serve are either disabled or senior, and that's a huge amount.
Oregon Food Bank makes sure that all of Oregon is taken care of, especially rural Oregon. They always look to see if our services, if we need to increase services, food, funds, anything like that, they are always looking at making sure there's an equitable distribution of resources throughout the state.
The hub of the regional network is the Oregon Food Bank's statewide warehouse. Here, food is collected from a wide range of sources, stored and distributed to people in need. Volunteers process food, make deliveries to local agencies, work in the Learning Garden, and help out with nutrition education classes. In addition to the thousands of hours of service volunteers provide each year, they become voices in the community, bringing awareness to their neighbors about the issues that produce hunger in the midst of prosperity.
I really do believe we are our brother's keeper, and that we have an obligation to care for those around us when the need is there.
By giving food, time, expertise, or especially giving voice to the reality of hunger, you can help your neighbors to once again see hope in the world. Gifts of cash enable Oregon Food Bank to move food to people in need and fund programs that address the underlying causes of hunger. Please support Oregon Food Bank. Together, we can eliminate hunger and its root causes, because no one should be hungry.